Psychic vampires. How to be one and harm none. Have you been diagnosed as manic? Have people told you you're draining them or they get exhausted around you? Have you noticed that you get very amped up or feel great intensity or anxiety in crowds? Do people find you intimidating just being in their presence? Do you go through hibernation and seem to sleep for days, have no energy, or feel depleted and hard to pull out of that depressive space? If this sounds like the cycles and experience of your life, there is hope. Practice 2. Candle flame. Use a single wick candle. Any type will work. However, the easier it is to directly connect with the flame above the container is best. I like to use a small taper candle for the ease of movement around the candle. Place the candle in a space without drafts and turn off any fans if necessary. After lighting the candle, watch the flame for a moment. See how it moves or dances naturally as it burns. This is also a good indicator of which palm will pull or push the energies naturally. I found that my dominant hand is my main receiver, while the other is more the projection flow. However, in working with the candle flame, I also learned that both will easily draw the energy close, and in turn, learned how to project with both equally as well. Placing one hand, palm toward the flame, start about 6 inches from the candle flame and slowly move the palm closer. Fingers bend backwards out of the way, or slightly cupping the palm's energies. As you move closer, the flame will respond by moving closer or flickering if it is the drawing hand, and may push, dampen, or cause an appearance of resistance with the pushing hand. Whatever the reaction, the point is to be aware of what it is and gauge the direction of the flow from each palm. It is best to remain at the sides of the flame, as the heat emitting above the flame can be very hot or burn flesh if held over the top. Some may find that this heat is an energy that can be worked with as well in the advanced practices. For the moment, just continue to push and pull the energy flow between the palms and flame while observing the result. Having somewhat constant results in the energy flow is the goal you should be experiencing. If not, relax, allow, and keep focusing on the flame and your cone of energy in the palms. Once this feels comfortable and you have identified the flow of energy, try using the fingertips on the flame. I have become aware of dancing the flame by using the energy of my fingertips to tap the flame to add additional intent or release into my fire manifestation. I've found this personally effective about an inch or two away from the side of the flame. Again, there are no wrong ways to evolve your practice. You will find different results at times based on the vibration held at the time of the energy manipulation. That vibration is the most important component of any energy manifestation. So preparing your vibe for the intention is also an important step. My intention here is not to address the use of candle magic, just the element of fire and how our energies have an effect. Hi, I'm Samantha Phoenix. Thanks for listening to Practice 2, Candle Flames. So working with fire element is one of the most incredible, empowering elements you can work with. Fire is such a consuming and life-giving element. So starting with fire on a very small scale is very important because it can get out of hand very quickly. You definitely want to be very aware of your surroundings, be very careful in how you manipulate the fire based on working in those surroundings. If you want to work with a larger element of fire, a great way to do that is in a fire pit. I like to use my fire pit to send out a lot of energies through the flames. My husband and I actually do a lot of specific energy-based work with our fire pit at our home and enjoy doing that in nature. There's so many different ways to use that element of fire. So the more you can connect with it, the more you learn to not only respect it for what it is and what it can do, but also be able to work with your crystalline activated DNA and use that element of fire in different ways. If you're still working on activating a crystalline DNA, then there are still many ways you can use that fire manipulation in your carbon-based energy forms. It's really more about how it affects you physically as that DNA changes. So in starting with the candle flame, I started this practice when I was probably around 13 or 14 years old, I started getting more into candle magic. I had bought a lot of books and had been studying a lot about crystals for a couple of years, and then I started working with the candles and the element of fire. So I read quite a few books about the subject of candle magic, how to use different colors, and doing different things with your candles, different ways to anoint them, all of those things. But when it comes to the energy, that's when I actually started realizing how the candle flame itself told me a lot about the energy work that I was doing with the candle. I would watch it move, dance, grow, shrink. Sometimes it would act and behave in really odd ways. If I was using more than one candle, sometimes the two flames would react to each other or do opposite reactions. And it's a very interesting process of observation when you're using candles in your energy work. And that flame tells you a lot about it. So it's really about communicating with the fire element in that aspect of it. The interpretations are really personal and up to you. You are the one that is in touch with your energy, your intent, and what you're doing in the process of using that element with your energy. So how to interpret that is really up to your own intuition. So if you are working with candle magic or just trying to use the candle to enhance the flow of your energy, being able to use the energy of your hands, being able to direct certain energies into that flame can actually add a lot of additional strength behind your intentions. It enhances the energy with those energies that you're wanting to manifest. I've definitely found it to be a very useful practice in my energy work, and definitely recommend trying this practice several times. Do it different ways. Try your own ways. Try things that I didn't think of. But I would definitely love for you to share those things on our website. Again, we appreciate you listening to Psychic Vampires, How to Be One and Harm None, and look forward to our next episode, Practice 3, Activating Chakra Points.